Alright, let's start. And Coco. What the fuck is this capture? What? Oh no, that's right. Now, I'll be counting on the other streamers start the match today, so I'll just take it in a stride. They're waiting for Italian commentators, I'm waiting for bloody hell anyone. But yeah, let's just take it easy. Anyway, where did I put the... Okay, we have 4 people in right now. Hello.
Hello. I just came back home from work, but I'm going to join you in the commentary since I see that you are alone. So just give me a second.
Yeah, sure. Matches haven't even started anyway.
So just to make sure, I didn't really butt into someone else's place, yes?
No, I don't have anyone planned.
Okay. Also, I've noticed, I don't know if it was here before, but there is this kind of border on the Mahjong Soul client on the left and right side with some tiles in the background.
Oh yeah, that's the recent update. Previously it was just the black bars.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why I didn't pay them any mind, but...
But yeah, kind of weird decision to update this late into the game's life cycle, but whatever.
I mean, what else are they going to update other than this?
Well, they add the new PNGs for the new characters, of course.
Yeah, and sometimes even GIFs. Or GIFs?
Yeah. Well, they kind
Was
of
it?
did the quest system as well. For the event.
Like the actual quest system?
No, just daily quests, but previously they were available from the info tab and now they made the new UI for this.
Okay. I don't really remember when was the last time I participated in an event in Mahjong, so I think it was when the hat was being released. And that's it.
Oh, that's a while.
And I think the next one, the following one, because I do have hat skin on my account.
Wasn't the skin released at the same event as her initial release?
As who?
I think the skin was available in the first head run.
No. The summer skin was on the follow-up event 1 year later.
Ah, okay. Well, still, that's at least 1 year, if not longer. Still only 7 people in the queue. Okay, the other table has started. So, who are we waiting for? I see the better team. That one is probably Pope. Well, the cultists of the good kind. And dual deals are present as well.
Okay, that's good.
That means that we are only missing the Tekken. So, with it being de facto the mostly final week, how do you feel about the whole league, and do you think your team will win?
I mean, it's the last league every year, so...
That is true.
To be honest, I don't have any particularly strong opinion, mostly because I was kinda sleeping on it for the last 1.5 weeks because I was away from my city all the time, doing some traveling across Europe. So I was mostly present for the first week and the beginning of the second, and then I kind of disappeared. So I have to catch up with all the OC and whatnot, but I kind of understand what was the sentiment last year when I take a look at the scoreboard and see that, for the entire period of league, Dead Hand didn't move from the first place at all.
Yeah, and yeah, they're likely not to move even in this week as well.
Yeah, I mean, even if the points will get halved, it's still going to be almost insurmountable advantage. Holy shit.
Well,
yeah,
right now it's only 500 points, so maybe, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, that's what you get if you actually don't have any weak player in your team. Because when I was looking at them, it's like perfect combination of players who actually know how to play the game, compared with above average luck. And then you have the like nuclear combination. Like you cannot lose with that setup.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that it's like not how to say it.
Undefeatable?
I wouldn't say undefeatable, but there is still a lot that can be said about the quality of their play, because they don't really make any major mistakes, so it's earned, kinda. It's not like they're only luck shitting. They're just actually very good players.
Well, yeah. I mean, even 35 games for a team, still luck is a major factor at this point. Right, I think the game has started, so I will start the promotional award.
Now この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Oh, we have a Eurocamp in sponsors today. Interesting.
And I think it was on the few other episodes as well, but for some reason Kool-Aid is also there. I've actually never got to drink it, but was it ever sold in Europe?
I haven't seen it. Although, well, I can only attest to like 2 countries at most.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk over the video because I wasn't sure that you've muted the
Oh, I did, yeah.
In the meantime. Yeah, some people forget about that. Did you want to ask me something about?
I was just interested in the trip details. We have 1 minute before the game starts, though, so.
Well, the first one, I was visiting some friends in UK, so it didn't really. It wasn't anything to talk about, really. The other one, on the this weekend, whatever, I was on the biggest convention in Poland, really, which is called PyrCon. And as usual, I spent half of it playing Mahjong with some old friends. And apparently, what surprised me, there is one club in the next city over that actually gotten themselves auto table.
Oh.
So yeah, it was such a bizarre feeling playing on auto table in my home country. Although it was one of those cheaper ones, it was very strange because apparently it was tailored for Richie, because the number of tiles was for Richie, because Chinese MCR rules I think use 8 more tiles, I guess. But yeah, this set was tailored for Richie, even though the tiles, there were no Akadoras, obviously, because EMA faggots.
Yeah.
And then, because those tiles didn't contain the magnets, which are present in Japanese auto tables, the faces of the tiles were a little bit curved, or maybe concave, for auto table to know the difference between the upside and downside that
Yeah.
face. Okay, but the game
started.
has started. Hatsu, Chun, and Chun. Are we synchronized?
Yep, and Huts again. Right, plane opened with Haku Nan potentially.
Hakunan Dora from the get-go and possible Nobutan wait. This is very good hype and very fast. One more call and yeah, 10 point.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice.
Lealum though can go either for Chitoi or Ipeko Tichi. Yeah, this is
Never mind. I think it's very 40 because of the sumo.
Yep.
So, what a way to actually... This is why I fucking hate starting as the first dealer on Yuan. Because, like, half of the time shit like this happens and then I'm behind. And while we were mentioning EMA tournaments, it's actually the other way around on EMA tournaments. Because EMA tournaments have this fucking bullshit time limit.
Oh
The
yeah.
games, actually. So you have 1 hour, 15 minutes per Hanchan, but you're not playing on auto tables, and you are usually playing with the slowest fucks around who cannot for their life assemble a fucking wall. So if you start as North Wind or Pei, then good luck. There is 70% chance you will not get to be the dealer for the second time. Enjoy. And there is absolutely nothing in the rules to alleviate that. It's purely luck based. Even though the rule set is fucking tryhard, which eliminates all the fun elements from Mahjong, like Kyushu Kyuhai, or Forwind, Sufon Renda, I think it's something like this. Yeah, they don't have Kazoe, they don't have double Yakumans, they don't have fucking Nagashi. Absolute bullshit.
And also split on the Uma if you're on the same place, so no, based on the sitting units.
Skill setting. But yeah, back to the game. Plane is actually in Rian Shanten for Tan Yao and maybe Pinfu,
Yep.
if he gets good draws. Mentan Pin as the dealer without Dora is 5,800, so it would be a very nice bump. Although he has a chance to open his hand for Quitan, he doesn't do it. Lolicia, on the other hand, has a potentially dangerous hand with 340, Richie Doradora, although this is still Ishanten, and will most probably end up on Kanchan rate. Opposite of our dealer player, Auros aiming for Atsuzuka Quitan,
Yeah, pretty much.
and going for pairless. Yeah, I guess it's. Oh, wait. It's Dora's son. It's a fucking Dora's son. I actually didn't notice. So yeah, it's Quitan Mangan. If he gets to win this hand, might be dangerous, but there are 2 more Kyuso in the wall somewhere. And yeah, statistics shows that fuck-ups like those happen more often than enough. And we have Ponten into Tenpai. I mean, Ponten is going for Tenpai. What am I saying? Yeah. Waiting on Sandman. This is going to be Quitanomi.
Yeah.
1,500 points. And we have Richie by Lolicia. This is Ikkai ko Dora Dora Richie, so guaranteed mangan. And painful, I guess. Yeah, this is painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he managed to extend that Anko into overlapping pair. Very good upgrade for Auros, because now he will not be forced to discard that Sandman, which would deal into plane. I guess it would be the best.
Yeah, he deals into Lolicia instead.
Well, yeah, I would say that he could probably save himself from Tozuka. Well, figures. Well, none of the ties he had were safe, and if he had Mangan, then obviously. So.
Yeah, I guess he could have dropped 7 man from the 2/5 months he had as a pair, but that's just delaying the inevitable at that point.
Yeah, otherwise he could have also removed himself that Atozuka Ryamen, but never mind. We are progressing into Ton Sankyoku and Lolicia, Shining Hand, Double Aka and Tondora. So if he will be able to capitalize on that, it's going to be possible Tononomi with 5 Dora. So Dabeton with 5 Dora, which would be, well, Haneman, Oya Haneman from nothing essentially.
Yeah, but 1 tone already out, so probably unlikely. Lealum is speeding up for his Tanyao instead, which is third place, 9 hours behind first. Not amazing.
I wouldn't make it into Tanyao so fast. It can still be painful even. Painful something.
True, but painful Tanyao is probably more than just painful.
Very nice hand upgrade for Lolicia, and he's going for. I don't think it's the most optimal move. I would actually go and remove that Penchan instead. Rather than discarding Iman, but different people would maybe have a different opinion on this move. It's not something that is clearly obvious.
No, I would agree. He would have double connection that way. Now maybe even the Pekko, but he still needs a pair, unless it's a Shampoo.
Yeah, playing is in Ishanten, but this is not going to be like anything. It's going to be Richinomi and Kanchan wait, or Shampon in the best case scenario.
Well, that's another useless pair at this point.
Okay, so let's take a look at Auros' hand. I think the best move here would be discarding 8-1, and it can pave him the way for quite some options, I guess. Maybe not. But it's still better than nothing.
Well, it depends on how much he wants to create. He can start throwing out 5-so and get himself pinful. He can try and go for Sanshoku for 5-6, but probably it will just Tanyao. Richiaka.
I mean, yeah, this is Ishanten for Tanyao. That 6 is, well, most probably going to be discarded when entering Tenpai. Unless something strange happens, but... and yeah, there it is. Richie, this is the absolutely cursed weight for Sanso. Only 2 of them remaining, 1 in the wall, well, 0 in the wall. And yeah, this is why I hate penchants. Everyone hates penchants. The worst weight. There's nothing worse than penchant.
What do you have cheated as Auros, actually, that 5 man into Tenpai?
No, I don't think, because it will still be 2,000 points while chasing Oyarichi. It's only worth pushing into that. I mean, sure, there is no Dora on the table, but there is also no Akadora anywhere he can see them. So there is a high chance Oya can have some of them. Lol.
リーチドラに
Girls.
Yep. Every time.
He was actually in Tenpai, but I guess chasing against two of them was not an option.
I mean, if you really have to, I don't know. I'm not really fond into going for is it Keiten? I think, or well, trying to get the fucking Tenpai payment at the very end when you
Yeah.
know you will get at most 1,000 points because two other players are in Tenpai, and you are risking dealing into potential Mangan. Then I don't think it's worth it. It's better to just pass, yield that 1,500 points, and have a peace of mind. Your mileage might vary, by the way. If you can do it while playing absolutely safe, then sure, go for it.
Yeah.
But in this case, it wasn't safe. Because I can guarantee you that, that Sanso wasn't cover safe. It was only Riamen safe.
No, I'm not mean that Sanso was trying to get somewhat folding, but he was Tenpai on some of these cards in Manso. I don't remember whether that was a giveaway safer than this. Maybe not. But yeah, anyway. What is the current state? I think Felicia has someone decent hand again. Oh, 3 pairs.
Yeah, it's like this transitionary period when you just get rid of all the honor tiles, and then I don't know what's the actual terminology for those tiles. I have a name for them, sure, in my mind space, but if you have like Rianmen 5-6 and there is this 8, those are Aida Yonken tiles, if I'm not mistaken. So in this case, it would be 8 and Sanso, which are both covered by 5 and 6 respectively. So yeah, I guess Aida Yonken tiles, sure. Those are usually your second next discards after you finish discarding honor tiles when you are going for pinful type hands. So yeah, but this is not pinful. This is going to be. I wanted to say he was going for some. Sorry, Chitoi. It was maybe not Chitoi. Yeah, he's just going for the fastest tempo he can assemble.
Auro's aiming for Tanyao, pinful Akai, I guess.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you.
Yeah.
In this case, I don't really understand Lolicia's decision because, I mean, never mind. It was actually all the same. Although, if he's going to end up with Shampon, then maybe cutting Papin was a little bit better because both of them were dead the moment he started discarding his pairs. There was still one Cuman somewhere, so I don't know. But yeah, let's focus on other sense.
Well, he by discarding the terminals, he can try and maybe go around into Tanyao, worst case, callable, technically, but yeah. So yeah, Auros, I think I commented on that. Leolum, 618. Funny weights in there. Iso is useless. If you can so use the pair, then still waiting on 369 in Manzo for his Tenpai, I guess. And
yeah, this is pretty puzzling. Wait, I mean, when you have Sanmen-chan and then Kan-chan nested in between this. The acceptance is okayish, I guess, but I'm not really the biggest fan of this type of hand.
リーチ
But yeah, sure, it's Richinomi with Akadora, and the weight is
5,
Is it?
6, and 3.
yeah, it's I don't know what was this weight called.
It's probably something not complex, but I mean two meshed in each other.
Yeah.
And right plane.
リーチなのです
Aha, chase on 6, so
Richinomi on Urasuji, I guess. I mean, it's not really Urasuji, it's well, Kanchan, I guess. Richinomi, maybe to force a change on the table and make Laetitia
リ
fold,
サリサはどんどんいくぞ
which is well bringing something. I guess 1,500 points, and now Tonyon Kyoku Auros the dealer, and this is pretty juicy hyper, if I were to say. And I think his plan after seeing that Aka shine is to just get the quickest quitan possible.
yeah, not a bad decision. The hand is quite callable as it is, except fates, so at this point, or so. But plane is calling his ikkais instead. 10 in 2 more bonds.
Yes, something like that, but it will be tanky weight on Aka.
He might draw something in Manzu by that point, and then it would be Honitsu.
It would be pretty far-fetched when it's especially since he discarded pair of Ryanman.
That is true, but him drawing 3, 4, 6, 7 man would be slightly closer to that. No, he has a pain, so what I'm talking about. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so right now, I mean, if he wants to go for first, then that means he should keep the Hatsu and pawn it when possible. So I would actually cut the 7, the Su. So now now the Senpai is just going to be Chanomi.
Yeah, openly Peko doesn't really give you much points, except for Kanchan.
Yeah, and Kanchan weight on Ipeku is always... It always feels cursed because it's essentially... Well, never mind.
シャー
I'll still only 30.
Were there any Richie sticks? Yeah, there were. There were actually 2 Richie sticks on the table from previous rounds, so... Maybe it was actually a... Well, it was a good move, I guess, since it was 2,600 added value from the Honda and Richie sticks alone, so...
Plane's already
So-
junction 10 for pin 4. And yeah, probably the fastest round, but Auros has, what is it, Dora 3.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a pair of Dora and one of them is double Dora, then you just want to get that quitan as soon as possible and don't worry about anything else, especially when you're last. But never mind, 2 good draws and then plane is in Tenpai. This is turn for Richie, and it's especially dangerous because some players might actually get their I don't know, misled by the fact that 2 of the Iman are already discarded.
Yeah, there is a possibility like that.
Yep, just like this.
ロンなのです
Ron, Richie Pinfu, no, 2,000 points. So I guess both of the Lelum's dealer rounds ended before the end of first row, so absolutely cursed.
Yeah, and I think both with him didn't.
That's also correct.
Alright, Lalicia starts with a pair of none. And yeah, okay, that's not Chanta. But Aurus starts with a uncove pair.
Which is kind of worthless in his case. I mean, at least it's going to give him some more full points, assuming that, assuming that you know how to count them. But even though it's not a bad hand, sure, there are 2 satellite honor tiles without pair, which are kind of pointless to hold right now. But you can build something other than that and get into quick tenpai for, well, the Shinami with Dora. I guess the Lilum's hand is not half bad, although I would actually have a very hard time deciding whether to keep the 6 and build around it, or keep the Penchan, like Iso and Yanso. I absolutely despise Penchans, holy fuck, you have no idea.
I mean, they're usually the worst, you cannot call them. They clean the terminal block. And you're probably not going for Chanta anyway, so yeah. Lialum. Okay, thinking about keeping this as a pair, I guess. Still missing 1 block.
Okay, very nice draw, and I think this is Tenpai for Auros, and now he's deciding between Kanchan on 5 pin or Shampon. So this is going to be Richi Nomi, and Shampon wait on San, So, and Ropin. 2 of the Ropin are in Lilum's hand, so not going to discard them most probably, rather just keeping on discarding Genbutsu. So the question is, where are the remaining 2 Samso? Which is even more dangerous because it's a Suji tile with Dora.
Yeah, I'm quite unlikely to come out, and okay, just
there
Sumo.
it is, Sumo. And we have Ura-san. Maybe not, maybe just 1 Ura. Wow, it's actually Ura-san. Well, 1 Ura would also make it like the swirling animation, but yeah, Ura-san makes the Haneman, so exactly what Aurus needed to get on the level ground with the remaining players. And now Nan Sankyoku. And what do we have here?
Well, everyone has a Dora. Ironically.
Yeah, and if everyone gets a Dora, then nobody gets a Dora. At least in case of other tiles.
Yeah, but they will be likely to hold it for a while. So, worst case, we might get into collective no 10, but plane is calling. For Yakuhai Arca at very least.
It would still take him 2 more calls in order to get into tanky on that Dora. Yeah, he's not going to go for it. So maybe other players will start discarding the Dora as well.
Plane is what, 5-6 behind first place. He might grit into Honitsu if he keeps throwing it, but he doesn't. Okay, don't buy. 4-7. All the 4s are currently in the hands. And the remaining 3 pin as well, so no chance for calm. But now Lialu might just discard this 4-man because of the potential improvements. No.
I would just discard Iso.
Yeah. And then go for Kanchan.
So Plain has a chance to switch to Shampon if he wanted to for some reason, although it's not going to give him any more points, I guess. So yeah, just going for Karagiri.
Right. That would be Lichiyaka at best in South 3, yeah. Not a great look. But special improvements are not that great either.
Two were dead. I mean, this is really cursed situation. You would want to get at least one Han more from your hand, so with Sumo or Ura, you would get a Mangan, which would give you at least a chance to get third place. But right now, this hand is worth only 2,600 points, and without any stroke of luck, it's just going to bring closer the inevitable.
Yeah.
And there we have chasing Richie, so this is Richie Tanyao with Dora by Auros, and the weight is obviously a bit better, and never mind. Dealing into Pei Aka with Richie tax, so it's 3,000 point loss. Auros, and now we have Orasu. Orasu with Auros as the dealer, his last chance to actually turn the tables on this table. And as we've seen in previous matches in the league, there were some miraculous comebacks that we have witnessed. So everything can happen still.
Yep, he is 13.8 thousands behind first. But right now it's only Tanyao, from what I can see, maybe Pinfo. But you probably want this a bit faster than just keeping it closed. Plain Dora 2, so has all the chances for first.
Yeah, I think Plain's hand is actually the best order because he can freely open it, and it's going to be Agari Toppu anyways for him, so... But also, Lulisia's hand is pretty decent. It's Ishanten actually. It's going to end up with in Shampon or Penchan. The Magent Poly. Oh, and there it is, the Tenpai, and his weight is going to be
Shampon.
Shampon weight, waiting for Iso and Ryanman. This very shiny.
It butts.
リーチ一発ドラ3
Why would you want to discard Iso from this hand? I don't understand. Really.
Don't know. Keeping Tanyao possibly to just call?
Why?
Yeah, you could have at least tried to go for Pinfo. What was the point situation just before that? Auros still was third, so he would still need to push to try and to get the placement difference. But dealing on the parts, so he risked getting fourth.
Wasn't it Ishanten for Pinfo? Why would you decrease your Shanten while also discarding Dangerous Tile? Shouldn't you discard, I don't know,
Sanso?
Sanso? Yeah, that would be my first idea. And yeah, it was Urasuji, but I mean, at this point...
Well, at this point, the game is over.
Yeah, at this point, the game is over. So, nice Agari Toppu for Lolisia. Lolisia.
Something.
I have such a hard time pronouncing this name because if I were to pronounce it in my not native language, it would sound completely different. Yeah, anyway, first win, very nice hand at the very end. I mean, Shampon on terminal tiles is always money because people are dealing with that all the time.
Yeah, somehow the other game has also ended, I think, yeah. So we're just waiting until players get back.
Yep, but We have an alert. The Richie.mo is fucked again.
Oh no.
Who would have thought? Nobody foresaw that coming.
Well, I guess it's still waiting for the Oz session and yeah, got fucked up or something. Or, I mean, US session. But
Was there something wrong with the previous session?
Much slow maintenance, so had to be moved to today.
I understand. So, are we starting the next games right away, or are we doing something in the meantime?
No, I think we can start. They have ended like 5 minutes ago anyway, because of the delay. And the other table is already running, so yeah. Started.
So, what characters did they add to the game? There's a ninja girl?
Ninja Girl and the Hackerman. Who doesn't actually look like a Hackerman, but whatever.
Sorry, I'm looking at the ninja girl's profile. I actually like that tone engraving on the school uniform. Very truly, very cool.
Oh yeah, the female designs are usually great. I'll give them that.
And yeah, Chinese hackerman. Who the fuck is this?
Well, he has a blue screen mode, probably the most useful one.
Yeah, I think it's the only redeeming feature of this character. Although, fuck if I know, I'm not playing male characters. I mean, I'm not playing any characters. I was forever sentenced to play fucking Jäger for the rest of my existence. And the fact that who actually goaded me into that stopped playing 1 year ago, so...
Well, after some point you could probably see your deal as completed, or just win the league again. In whatever fashion.
Not this year.
Oh yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I think only our team didn't get what into this bullshit pact, and then we won.
But, that's... I wonder... Can't you see the emotes of character in the preview and in the Mahjong Soul summoning tab?
Not sure, but I know they have been released on the repo already. If you want to download, like, what's it now, 600 meg file?
Oh yeah, someone asked for you to show the result of the previous match in the tournament tab because, well, Richimo is fucked, so they can't see.
Yeah, sure. Well, I can show the chat, that's pretty much the same. Oh no, if you want to actually log, then yeah. Should be up on stream. But also you can just go and watch it yourself, worst case. Anyway, it was Lalicia first at 43,900 with the plus 45, that is 63.9. Klein 34.3 with Uma, it would be 14.3. Auros 12.6 with Uma, it was minus 15, wasn't it? So minus, I believe 28.4. Maybe 27.4. And Lialum with minus 35. Minus 50.8, I think. Of 49.8. Okay, anyway, I think our game is starting in 27 seconds, and the other has already ended. What the hell?
What? Did someone terminate it? Or?
No, I probably just have not updated the tab frequently enough. Home chat.
No.
No, it hasn't ended here. Yeah, but I can't also see it on the watch tab. Huh? Well, anyway, that's not for me to argue. Our table has started. I have not updated the tablecloth, so I'll need to back in a second anyway. Anyway, let's play. Auros is East. Teach has been a replacement. Alicia same, and then Lialun.
Okay. Oh yeah, the game has started, and actually we have a small change. It's yeah, so we are watching from the Oya perspective, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So, by the way, aren't you tilted? I mean, tilted maybe it's not the right word, but it's rubbing me the wrong way. Yeah, that's the way burgers fucking say it. I mean, not burgers, Brits. The fucking ship character is saying pon instead of pon, and it's like fucks me up every time. Like saying, like you have a lisp or something.
Maybe she does. With that, how slow she does hits jig by Picky. I mean, her whole voice lines are kind of tilting me anyway.
Yeah, and what? Huh? I wonder what's up with Auros. It's like he has some sort of terminal quitan disease or something. Like maybe it's just me, and every time I see him going back in Shanten just to force that Pantaniao one way or another.
Yeah, 9p is kind of strange. On the other hand, he still needs a pair right now.
There it is. So it's tanky, right?
Oh, he can go for Kanchan on 5-man. Yeah.
It's fucking... yeah, I mean... the Akka grid, I guess, in this... Akka grid and one side Suji. But who is going to fall into that? I mean, come on. But yeah, Oyarichi could have been better, could have been worse. Yeah, we have Teach chasing with Haku Akka. Obviously one of the Akka that's actually needed to win. And his weight is just one tile over, waiting for Ropin, which was drawn by Lilum.
And it is Suji for deal at least.
Yeah, he's playing it safe. And we have Teach with switch weight possibility. Is he going to wait on leave? Oh,
no, he doesn't.
50 man. So that's Ron, Richie, Dora, and Uradora. So it's Mangan. Oya Mangan to start things off for Auros. So, once again, I should shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's like I'm observing. What was the Capitan name in Saki? The red hair girl.
Hisa?
Hisa, yeah. It's like I'm observing Hisa playing, always choosing the not really the most optimal weights and somehow winning. Okay, so we are entering Nan-Ikyoku Ipomba. Yeah, that's the correct way to say it. Ipomba. It's not Hombaichi, not Ihomba, it's Ipomba, because apparently Japanese like to say p or b when they are connecting words together for some bizarre reason.
It depends on what counting character you are going for, but yeah it's weird.
Lelum is actually an Ishanten for Chitoi.
That's a very tasty looking Chitoi. He could switch to Toy with grit, because he has two Yankais.
That's some fucking ballsy Chinitsu rush.
Yeah, but he for sure can call two other block and then have a Kanchan, but he needs something else.
He needs some more Sozu in order to actually get the Chinitsu part, but yeah, to counteract that, Lilum is going for Toy Rush. And in this case, this Toy Rush is going to be painful because it's going to be Ton Haku Toy Mangan. And yeah, Auros's hand is pretty far away, although he's going to get a free Sozu flute for Lilum, assuming that Lilum will draw any. And I mean, it would be pair, so kind of wasted opportunity. Those Hatsu came too early. Still, going strong, Sound Shanten for Chinitsu. Let's see how it happens.
Yep, Teach is keeping his Haku, so Lialum is still not on by, though he drawed his Taunanka. Pretty decent.
Yes. Teach is also going for, I mean, it's kinda to Itsuba, so Teach is most probably going for Chitoi, and Haku is a good tile to place your Chitoi Richie on. I mean, for some reason, people tend to discard safe tiles when they have no other choice, when they are facing with Richie.
Yeah, it depends on what is going to be drawn first by this point.
Lolisa, I think, has the nicest shape to actually... Oh, there it is. Nice Chi. So, don't tell me we are going to see Hadaka Tanki. I think he's not feeling so good about that Chiso, the Lilum, I think.
Yeah, he's not on by yet. Might as well keep it for a bit.
And he's also having this second thoughts about Shun.
Well,
interesting.
He has discarded it once, but yeah, can't see it clearly on the table. Any other place? Teach cannot get his Tenpai. Lalicia, that is Tenpai, however.
He kinda missed the chance with the Aka discard, the 5-man discard. And yeah, we have Tanyao Richie, Tanyao Dora. For Lalicia, pretty good hand. Too bad that his winning tiles, I mean 4 of those, are locked into Aura's and Teach's hand. But 4 more are still in the wall somewhere, waiting.
Oh, Lilum draws a door against this one. And decides to fold.
Folding time. And look at the absolute curse for Teach. I almost can feel the vibrations from him hitting the table from 1,000 kilometers away. So was it Kaba safe? Not really, but I guess still Tenpai.
Huh.
Ooh,
none.
Wow. Oh,
I
none.
see.
Why none though? Was it safer than? Never mind. It wouldn't hit anyway. I think it was Deadwood.
Yeah, I think it's
Young,
two in the devil.
and none as well. So yeah, we are getting another Renchan for Auros, and his hyper is it's blingy, but it's dog shit.
No, at least that's his double Kanchan, but still far away.
Yeah, but it's definitely not the type of hand that you can open. Like, no. Opening this hand would be a fucking suicide.
Teach, on the other hand, he's looking quite nice, though no Tanyao for sure. But how many pairs is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Look, just like a normal hand. Unless he's keeping that as an option. 6 spin. Well, that's an interesting decision. That kinda kills his 5-pin acceptance. Alright, and Alicia... It's not half bad, I guess. Shadora, and that's the only one that we even see on the table. So he might even draw a pair into that. That would, however, not give him pinfall.
That's a very good draw by Teach. So right now he's in Ishanten.
Yeah, but he discarded that 6-pin earlier, which I was just talking about. So that would be full return unless he draws it again.
And even if he will get into Tenpai, it's going to be most probably Shanton with on the Ichinomi. Or right now I would actually convert it into ikkai Kopinfu. So I guess he's having the same idea as me while still keeping Nishanten. So there's like 50-50 chance he's going to get into full return or not.
He could have discarded 7, so that would still give him a backup, but no full return on 1, 2, 3. 4.
He would end up in Arielman in that case.
But at least he would be able to roll that way. But yeah, 2 E-pins discarded, 2 in his hand, the weight would be much worse. Oh no, 3 E-pins discarded. Yeah.
4. All 4 of them, actually.
Yeah, I'm completely blind. Then I...
Yeah, that would be one of the most... Oh, there it's Rian Peiko?
Huh.
It's actually Rian Peiko Tenpai. Ishanten, sorry. Rian Peiko Ishanten, no Tanyao, sadly, but what do we know? Pin for Rian Peiko, off by 1. Off by 1.
Yeah, but that's Chitoi.
Rian Peiko has this upside that it more often than not combos with Pinful, so it's an automangan. And well, Richie Chitoi is also a good hand. And if you get to the spice one. But I think, judging by this hand, if I were to push it, for triple Akadera for Auros, and he cannot get this Tenpai.
Yeah, and Teach is not going to get hit this so because Lalicia is keeping it. The favorite and the last one's Leo.
Don't open it.
Ooh. Dora pair. Okay, now Alicia does not do it. Okay, safe tile.
He could call on the Dora because it's his Yakuhai, and he would get it to Tenpai. But yeah, the almost entirety of second row, and well, Karagiri on last row is a fucking smoky for Auros. Wow, absolutely cursed. And he's folding. Which is a good decision. At this point, there is no point in pushing.
Yep. Final draws. Oh, finally East 2.
So, two rich sticks on the table, Honda 3. So I guess it's first come, first served. Whoever gets to assemble one hand gets the deal. Although Lolicia has a pair of Chundora. So it can become Instamangan. If someone discards it, maybe Dilum, if he wants to get to Pinfu shape or just Shinomi shape.
Yeah, his fastest will be discarded mid soon enough. And Lalicia keeps getting good draws on top of that. Yep. So now Lalicia is Shantan. The others. I think Clan Shantan for Oros and.
Yeah, Teach is also very close. I think it's Alian Shantan as well. But a close one. Okay, Peiko, chance for Auros, discarding 5. I guess it's an option here. It's not that bad of a decision, and with that you still get this ambiguous Rian Shanten for Chitoi shape.
Lialom is actually Ishanten, but he has a Benchan. Which he might try to go back into Shanten, discarding the Benchan it.
Teach is in very wide Ishanten right now, so I guess he will be first to assemble his Mentanbin. Upgrade for Auros, so right now he has to get rid of one of the pair.
And not choose the incorrect one.
Yeah, this is going to be 50-50.
Okay, the Ipeko one. Yeah. Actually, he... no, he wouldn't have a pair otherwise, but... how many of others are still alive? Yeah, little chance for Sandoko. Okay, Lialum.
Not discarding pension.
Yeah. Like...
Okay, there was a weight shift for Teach here, but it wouldn't be Fury then. But, well, figures. It's all the same anyway.
Okay, weight switch for Lysias. 4-6. 4 has been discarded
リーチ
previously. Oh, Loom actually hits Senpai.
Richie Aka for Lilum, and isn't his weight like mostly dead?
3-6, yeah, it is. 1-3 Sanso, and what? And that's about it here. Like, of course, he doesn't see that two of the draw swords are in each hand, but we know that. And Lolicia doesn't.
So it's Quitan Aka on the dealer with Richie tax, so yeah, half the value of normal mangan. Pretty good for such a tense round, I guess, because at some point, well, three of players were in Tenpai at some point, and Lolicia had this very menacing mangan open.
And his hand is also not that bad right now. Uncle 5s, 7-9, Kanchan. I guess whatever, but tend to play a Sentinel Gunman.
Okay, this is interesting. Would you go for Chanta's Auros with this hand?
I would certainly call Ton, and then maybe. There's still a Supin.
Okay, so question is, what's the Lilum idea of assembling this hand?
ポンです
He called 9, but it's not going to be Honitsu, it's not going to be Tanyao. Is it going to be Toy Toy from Free Pairs? Or is he really hoping that he's going to draw Sha or Haku?
I think, yeah, it is a territory with an option of just Yakuhai Dora 3.
Yeah. And by the way, Auros also denied himself a slim chance for Honitsu as well. So I guess he's hell-bent on getting that Chanta with perhaps one more Yakuhai.
Well, that's the second shot.
There's the Yakuhai.
But Auros is going to keep that for a while.
Yeah, interesting that Auros chose Sha over Haku here. And do we have Damaten? This is Noyaku Damaten for Lolicia. No Sanshoku, no Tanyao, no nothing.
Yeah, no Yaku. Okay, and Leolong now in Tenpai.
Yeah. Shampoo for Dora and Su, so... If Auros draws the Dora, then I guess he should keep it, because Agari with Dora is going to be the same as Agari with Chanta, while not being absolutely unsafe. And Hatsu.
But that he kills the acceptance.
ISO acceptance. Yeah, I guess it's not that bad at this point.
リーチ
And we have Richie on the same weight. This is Kanchan on Paman for Lolicia. And his hand is also pretty good. It's Richie with double Dora, so 5200 points. Mangan if Tsumo or Uradora or Ipatsu. Two of those still in the wall somewhere. And there it is. Not Ipatsu, it's still going to hurt nonetheless. Run.
Yeah.
And there it is. Double. No, it's just. No, double. Double Rodra.
リーチドラに
Oh, no, no, no,
Dora.
sorry. I forgot that there's
Manga?
Anko, so yeah, it's going to be 440 Mangan. So that's why we saw the animation. Yeah, Lalum are getting absolutely fucking screwed with his blingy curse. Right now, his hand, no blink at all.
No, he has one Dora at least, and the Yakuhai, but yeah, it sucks.
Ah, yeah, there is one Dora and the Yakuhai, not much.
Auros can
And-
draw himself into Honitsu from this
Yeah,
point.
it could be Menhon, unless he decides to open for Hatsu early on, which still is not going to be the bad thing to do. But yeah, Lolicia getting all the dosh, triple Aka and Dora. So it's actually Dora 5.
Still, that's not callable for the 8-9 pin, or he's got those.
It would be callable if he didn't make a blunder of discarding Chiso instead of Iman. But yeah, maybe it will end up not mattering at all. We'll see. And yeah, Lilom's going for 430 and with Nandora. And yeah, just cutting tiles. Okay, so right now this decision time for Auros, because this is Mensu in Pinzu, and right now he has a chance to get into Itsu Tenpai. I mean, he would still need to get one more tile, and he doesn't. He's keeping the Ryan Shanten for Menhon Hatsu. The Itsu would be very tight in this case, because he would be waiting on Suso,
And
Paso,
Paso.
and Hatsu. I mean, Hatsu wouldn't really get it either. But yeah, right now, Ishanten. Wait, is it Ishanten? No. No, still Ishanten, because Rianso and Rosso are not interconnected, so a little bit more work is going to be necessary for this hand to work. So yeah, by the way, quick tip for you guys: if you are in the situation that Aura's been in the last turn, discard 5 pin first, and then Ryanman, because Ryanman was safe against 2 other players, whereas 5 is safe only against 1. And I think this might be...
That is Shantan, yeah.
Shantan, yes.
Waiting 4, 8, 5. Probably something else as well. Gan, so as well, yeah.
Well, yeah, the Kanchan is the biggest problem here. But even if he doesn't get those particular Sosdo tiles, it's still pretty wide for upgrades. And I hope he will see it through, because Lolicia has Anko of Uso, and Teach has a pair of Paso.
Lialum takes the Tenpai on Ganso. But it is quite dead. He can still get improvements though.
Yeah, Lolicia is in... Wow, actually Lolicia is not calling for... Well, it wouldn't increase the Shanten actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that was a good call not to... Good call not to call. And it would expose the absolute dread and danger that is hidden somewhere in this hand, but we only have 10 tiles remaining, and there is a small chance that we will not see this hand coming to fruition. And right now, the last chance for Auros to get into Tenpai, I would take it. Like it's Honitsu Hatsu Itsu.
Yeah,
Honitsu
he would
Itsu
jail
Hatsu.
in with that.
Yeah, and he's doing in.
But it's quite cheap.
Oh yeah, Honitsu Itsu Hatsu. It has a nice ring to it.
It is a Mangan open, but closed. I believe it's Hanuman. Dama.
Yes.
Oh, Lialum's hand is now shiny again.
Blink, blink, but it's not his. There this Chun comes for the rescue, so it's going to be Chun Dorayon with Richie, which is possible still. Yes, it's very possible. So yeah, right now discarding Sanso and hoping for possible pair upgrade would be the best. No,
No, don't call it.
Don't call it. It's not the right one. Not.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Oh, it's still a bit far away for territory.
Yeah, but you can discard. You could discard summon, and still keep acceptance for pension.
Yeah, that's a weird decision.
Yeah, you could. Let's leave it at that. You could. Yeah, I think our player will do what? I mean, it's Shanten. It's not Ponten, it's only Cheaten, and the weight is most probably going to suck us, but it's, well, Mangan. Because yes, that's what you are supposed to do when you have Mangan chance. You get Mangan. Who could resist some Mangans? The only way you could resist a Mangan if you have a way to get Haneman or Baiman or Sun Baiman, or maybe Yakman even. Anyway, Teach is in Ishanten, and I think his Mangan is going to be way more apparent than Lilum's Mangan, unless Lilum's gets the Chi here, and now we are in Tenpai. Chi is in Tenpai. Lilum is in Tenpai. This is Oya Tenpai. Chun, Dora Yon, Mangan waiting on Sunman. Auros has two of them in his hand. And it. There is an alternate universe in which Auros thinks, 3 of the Iman are discarded, so maybe that Realman isn't as strong as it could be. Maybe keeping it as a second pair next to Anko would be a better choice. It would still be Shanten. Oh no. No. Fuck.
No, I also think he's keeping his Sunman as a pair.
I mean, sure, but oh my fuck. The wrong order. Okay, never mind. The hand fixed itself. It's Furitan. Yay. Don't call Rich, please. Don't do it. Don't, just don't. But the worst case is, even if you quote unquote upgrade it, it is still going to be Furitan. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so much. And there it is. Richie by Teach. His hand is shining red. This is Richie Akka on Shampoo weight. And Kirsty Patsotile for Lolicia, always, every time, all the time. Is it a Sumo? No, it's a safe tile. Is he going to Furitan Richie? No, still keeping Dama. And we will see.
No, that would be Furitan if he switches, so no, he would be dealing again.
No.
I know, he can't even switch, it's just dealing.
This is the prime example of fucking blue balling, you know?
Yeah. I think that's the third time he deals in his deal.
Okay, nice high-pie by Auros. This is a clear sign that the game wants you to assemble the beautiful Pinfu. Right now, I think he's... Yeah, that's a perfect draw. Actually, it's very close to Itsu even. Very close to Itsu. Also, never mind, I'm going to shut my mouth. It was not worth sharing, never mind. Let's look at the other's hand. Lolicia, very good high-pie. We have double overlapping Mensu in Sozu, double Dora, and some loose tiles that will move. Wait a fucking second. Cupin? Would you really discard Cupin over
Or Iman, no. But essentially, eventually maybe, to keep the Dora pair.
Okay, so right now we have turn for Richie for Auros. This is going to be Richie Nomi because Hatsu kills the people. But taking into consideration that 2 of the Q-pin were discarded, there wasn't that high of a chance for Itsu, and you wouldn't get pinned 2 anyways. So I think it's not that bad of a choice to go for turn for Richie and hope for maybe Patsu, maybe a quick win. Shame that there was Shampon Hatsu upgrade chance.
There was
But
such
yeah,
a good chance as well, 1-3-4. But yeah, you would need to wait some time for it, most probably.
Yeah.
And he's already a dealer.
Yeah, and yeah, Lilum has a pair of Hatsu, so waiting on Hatsu most probably wouldn't work. It would have, well, be a dead weight, kinda. So yeah, let's say that this was a good move, because honestly, if you see,
リーチ
well, so some would get scared by that. Lolicia is not one of those, because he has Dora too, and the power is with him. This is Richie Dora waiting on Ryanpin. One of them is locked in Auro's hand, one of them most probably won't budge from Teach's hand. 2 remaining. So let's see what happens now. 4 winning tiles remaining for Auros, 2 winning tiles remaining for Lolicia. Somewhere waiting for a good moment. Sumo. So it's going to be Richie Sumo. It's going to be
ツモです
to 30 with
Aura.
6,000 points as the dealer. So yeah, that's why sometimes it's good to call such an early Richie if you have a good weight. Because yeah, Sumo, Uradora and bam, instead of winning 2,000 points, you win 6,000 points. That's the beauty of being a dealer. And holy fuck, look at this. It's going to be Nandoradora. Sorry, Nandora-san. So very quick Oyamangan, assuming that he will get to capitalize on the Nan.
All of them are still in there also, yeah, possible.
Yeah, and very nice draw. So, holy fuck, look at this. It's actually Ryan Shanten for Menzeme hand, but it would... It would be... Oh, 5. This 5. Wouldn't you discard 5 mana instead?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, assuming you want to keep the pair of Dora... Oh... Well, I guess at this point this train already left the station, so there's nothing you can do. I would still discard 5 mana before that, but let's see what happens next.
Yeah, I guess he sees all the blocks and doesn't want to try and somehow win something better. Still will be hard to keep the 5-pin.
Getting hellbent on the fact that maybe you will get to pawn the round wind is a bit far-fetched, you know. If it was only your seat wind, then maybe sure, yeah, I would go with it. But this Nan may come, may not come. So right now this is Ishanten waiting for Nan, Suso, Ryanpin, and Ipin. A pretty...
You mean Man, Ganman and Iman.
What did they say?
You said the Ganpin and Ipin, I'm correcting that was a Man.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, sorry, that was a slip of a tongue.
It's alright.
And we have Atozuke. He's not taking Atozuke Tenpai. I guess it's a correct decision, because it would be pretty obvious, looking at the fact that he discarded Haku, and both Chun and Hatsu are dead. It would be pretty fucking obvious that he's waiting for Nan. So, yeah, that was a good call. Good call, not calling. And Teach, I think, is getting very close to Tenpai as well. This is Ishanten for Mentan Jin Reiko.
Okay, Lelum Tenpai for 5-9.
Dichinomi.
Yeah.
3 Shinobi, and this champion is twice discarded, so 2 remaining winning tiles. 1 in the wall, 1 in Lolicia's hand, the Akadora 5-man. So, yeah, wow, this is going to be nuclear Richie. So I would call Richie. Yeah, sure, call Richie, because waiting on Damaten, really, when you have only... Damaten Atuzuke is actually kind of bullshit, and wow, this is going to hit so fucking hard. Richie, Ipatsu, Nan, Dora, Yon, with one Uradora is going to be Baiman. Let's see. Nope. One.
But deal final hurts already.
Yep. And all of the teacher's points go down the red drain, and 61k lead by Auros. Nice.
And he has a decent hand, Colbolton, Dora, maybe Honitsu, but currently overabundance of honors. You still call this.
ポンです。
Yeah, at this point, I guess when you have so much points to spare and fucking 34,000 lead over second place, you can just go for absolute point dominance.
Teach is catching up with his hand though. That would be Shinton, I think.
Chitei Shanten? Chitei Dora Shanten? You know what's the best way to win Chitei with Dora. But yeah, I don't think Teach will go for Dama, just like taking at his point situation. He still has chances to get second place if he gets Atsumo or Ruron win, well, Aneagari on his dealer round, which is going to come. And yeah, that's a instant chi. And the stage has been set for Auros and his Ton Honitsu Itsu. Honitsu Itsu Ton with Dora. Maybe we'll see another manga.
Lealum 4 pairs with Double Dora. Could even go into Tanyao, I guess. And Lolicia, how many pairs does he have? Only 3, but also Tanyao possible.
Ooh. So, Teach is not going to go for Chitoi here.
That's interesting. I mean...
So, it's still Ishanten, but what's the next step of his master plan? I'm really curious what his next hand advancing discard going to be, because right now it's just Tsumogiri. The Ukaire isn't that good. I mean, obviously he's waiting for some more Sozu tiles, and then what? Yeah, like this.
Keeping the Eve, so would have been great today,
Yeah, so right now...
Shampon.
It's Noyaku. Yeah, it's Noyaku. And human are dead. In a different parallel universe, that could have been Ishanten to mention, but you know, it's not this one.
Yeah, and 7 PM could lead to full return.
Well, there is a chance here. Chance for a change.
This is Suji, but it is twice discarded.
Yes. It's Richie Dora waiting on Chiman. 1 left in the wall. 1 is permanently locked in Lolicia's hand, and now we have Oika Karichi on, I'd say, superior weight. Well, not really superior, it's essentially the same. The hand value is actually lesser, so never mind, I'm just going to shut the fuck up. And right now, yeah, this is Haku Tanki. And there is one Haku remaining. Two of them are in Lilum's hands. And yeah, Auros is just going to push it like there's no tomorrow.
Lilum might deal in eventually because he's folding. Well, he has better guys right now, but June and then what?
Yeah, it would be one of those cases when you are folding so hard that you actually... Oh, shit. So it's Honitsu Itsuton. Another mangan for Auros. Wither, which doesn't really change the calculation. Holy shit. Minus 8,000 points. Shouldn't have discarded that ISO. Yeah, I still don't know what was his idea in this particular hand decision. I would actually be happy to ask him that after the match, but we don't really do fourth place interviews anymore.
Well, we kinda did, I think 2 while you were away, so maybe he'll join. Alright, Aura's hand, again quite decent. I would need to discard the Kanchan most probably, or a pair.
You know what? There is a slight possibility, very slight. It's far away, but listen to me. Sanshoku.
Oh yeah, it's definitely possible. 6, 7, 8 is probably closer than 7, 8, 9. Especially with throw 3 Kusas already visible for us.
Yeah, but I think it can also become just painful. Unless, like, imagine this strange turn of events where Auros draws another Q-pin and Papin.
Switch to Junchan?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. The Kuman and the Iman are kinda going against that, but with correct draws it is still possible.
Yeah, although getting the last E-pin is going to be tricky, because Teach has Anko of them, so they are probably not going anywhere. So I guess it's just going to end up being Richinomi or maybe... No, not Richi Peiko, he is in full return for ISO.
Well, that's Naka acceptance at least.
Daniel?
Well, that's one way to go into Tanya, but sure.
I mean, all of his opponents are really not getting anywhere. Their hands are being stalled for the last few turns, so maybe he will have enough time. We'll see. Teach is, I think, the closest one. This is Ishanten, but not getting anything, and yeah, only one Iman and 3. Well, no, sorry, no Iman remaining for him to draw. I guess Quitan it is. When Mahjong gods give you lemons, then... Okay, so what's the next step of the master plan of, like, anyone... Is it Tenpai? Yeah, that's Tenpai. Tenpai for Alicia, this is...
Dama Chitoi.
Chitoi with nothing. And we have one more Tenpai?
Dama for Teach on the...
Yeah, no Yako.
Shipping.
Yeah, and Lilum is most probably going to discard it. Oh?
I think he might be paranoid at this stage.
1位です
Okay, and this is Tenpai. This is Quitan Dora Dora. For Auros, waiting on Suso and Kam. Richie?
リーチこいつの力分かってるよね
Oh no, it's... So now Lilum is fucked. Yeah, he's folding.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one way for Teach to get back into the game. So yeah, right now Lilum is folding, and Auras is still waiting for that one final Suso, because Lilum has two of them. If he going to discard something out of necessity for safe tiles, it's going to be the Suso. Oh, yeah, like
But
this.
no, Ryanman has... no, not really.
We would have to analyze it a little bit deeper to see if he had any better tiles to discard here. Maybe there was a Kabe tile which was safer, but in this situation you are pretty much fucked if you have a bunch of Tanyao tiles on your hand, and well, two players are in obvious Tenpai. So yeah, then I assume you wouldn't want to deal into Richie because of the Kam in the first place, so yeah, the necessary evil would be dealing into Oya Tanyao. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think both of the Dora on hand of Auros were hidden. Yes?
Yep.
So on paper it just looked like 130.
What are the
84,000. And it's not ending, because this hand is still like playable. You can get into Tenpai.
Alicia seems maybe just a bit more speedier, but it depends on the draws.
ポン
Okay, I think Lulicia is just going for Sha. Yeah, just to end this nightmare of never-ending wins by Auros. So Sha, Dora. If he gets to capitalize on Dora even.
Maybe not, there's only one left in the wall. Okay, Lialum keeps it though.
Would you go for cheater as Lilum here?
I generally dislike going to it from 4 pairs, but in this core situation, maybe. He has...
Now it's 5. Now it's 5.
Yeah, now I would go. That is guaranteed manga on Yonodama. And who knows, maybe a shortcut to Hanuman.
But in this situation, assuming you would end up with not drawing Uman, would you call Richie for Uman, which is once discarded?
Without Tsuji Trap, no.
Yeah, I don't think he will get to plan Suji Trap because he has pair of Paman. And now the Dora might be dead.
Yeah, you would need to discard
Because
it.
both Lolicia and Auros discarded one.
Well, he gets another Dora.
The Dora.
Okay, he might
it's
condition
actually-
Tanya. No, he does not.
Oh. But yeah, Tanya here would have been a good choice. And wow,
リーチです
another cheater on half Suji Trap. So it's Richie Cheater Dora for Auros, 9,600 for the dealer. And one remaining tile somewhere in the wall. Wait a second, it's also Tanya.
Yep.
It's not going to change much, it's 2,000 points more. Richie Cheater Tanya.
Dora. It is Mangan.
Dora. And yeah, Teach is not going to fall into it, so essentially, unless Lilum commits an absolute blunder of the century, we are not going to see Lilum here. Yeah, he's just going to keep it. So right now, the most obvious discard will be Haku. They can also not want to win. And opportunity for Lolicia to switch the weight a little bit. Maybe he just wants to discard the absolute safest tiles possible. And Sumo.
スモシャア
Yeah, but still it would have been only tanky weight. Because 2 has been just discarded. Well, at least we are south still.
I think it would have been too much if Auros were to win under 10,000 points swing. I shit you not. I just like imagine if it would have been like Sumo and there was Uradora there. It would be Baiman. Well, but anyways, it didn't come to pass. We have
Atazuki for Alicia, yeah.
yeah, Nan Nikyoku, Atazuka for Alicia, and what are we going to see here? Is he going to get that Hatsu 2 in the wall? And Auros didn't go for pawn, even though he was considering it for a moment. So Shah here is a very good tile to keep because it's essentially a pair for pinful that's not going to interfere with the remainder of your hand. And I think a little more optimal move here would be to discard
リーチこいつの
Row.
力分かってるよね
But yeah, it's still a safe tile against Oyarichi. What do we have here? Is it Mentampin? Yes, it's Mentampin Dora by Tiller. And Roman is safe. Sha is also safe, I guess. So yeah, we have 12.
本です
Ooh, pushing it. But it's going to be too much. Pushing Quitan in the face of obvious Richie. I mean, the Richie that is in Tenpai. I'm not feeling good about this. I have this distinct feeling that when we are taking into consideration weight this wide... Ah, never mind. Sumo.
So,
スモ
Because he called the Chi? But that's true.
well, it is true, yeah. But yeah, sometimes you want to call the cheat, maybe avoid this exact situation that you bring up on, so...
Yeah, but imagine winning Oya Mangan and what you see in front of you is 1,800. But yeah, with all the rules set, he wouldn't be able to even call Richie. So I guess Toby Nashi has upsides and downsides. So what do we have here? We have Teach with Toitsu of Nan and essentially nothing else. I mean Anko of Chuman?
Shiman, I think, is fine.
Yeah, I mean, we have no blink at all. I mean, sure, there is one Dora in Lilum's hand, which is neatly assembled into Mensu of E, Rian, Sun, Man. So I guess, looking at his hand, he is in E-Shanten for Pinfu Dora, but he would have to draw into Rianso in order to get Pinfu.
Well, they're all in the wall right now, so maybe, but that's a big maybe, Lalicia might just get into bypass or her and Teach.
ポン
And we have pawn. I wanted to say pawn exchange between players, but Teach decided to discard Sun and Pin.
Oh, Lelum actually draws it.
Nice. So Ricci Pinfu Dora. Without Ura, it's still going to be enough to pull him from negatives. And right now we have Tenpai. So this is Tenpai for Teach. This is going to be Nan no Mi and... Yeah, like a guided missile. Or maybe guided firecracker in this case. It's 1,500 points plus tax, Ricci tax. So cementing his dominance over third place, Teach enters Nihonba? Nihonbashi? There was a place like that. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I
sure.
have to get something to drink.
Alright, what is this misery anyway? Teach 3 pairs, but that's not nothing, but he has possibility of Ipeko and this Genshin 10 might want to drop the Dora unless he goes for a Shampoo Weight. Laricia further away, but the Dora acceptance already has Naka, so decent I guess. Auros, a Shapaya for Pinfu, and 2 Ranmans and 1 Kanchan. So I guess it's enough blocks. Yeah, might even go for Tanyao. In his point situation, just finishing it is enough. Lialum, again, Dora 2, Tanyao. How far is he away anyway? I believe Lianshan 10. Or Pinfu even. With some astronomical luck, that would be Sanshoku. Which is still only a Mangan. With Richie unless it's Sumo or Aura. Or he gets Sack of 5. Hell. South 2? Okay, Auros discards 7, so... Oh yeah, he's going for Chitoi. Fair enough. Teach Licious Senpai, Hiranman, and Pe. Pe once discarded. Sunman might point other people still thinking that Hiranman is safe. Still, 2 flies in the wall. Curse draw by Lialum. What do you even do at this point? No, falling.
Wouldn't you just discard, like, Paman if you want to push and hope for the best? I guess he's in for return, but...
I don't know.
Good luck with discarding the Takadora right now.
He has 2 half Sujis, I guess, yeah. But it still feels really, really bad, and it is a knockout.
Watch out, he's going to do it. No? Oh. I mean, at this point you are 4th place. You can't be more further?
Sorry.
Blaster? Oh no! Yeah, honors are not Genbutsu, so yeah, good call by Auros. I think it's also a good call to keep it as a Chitei pair. So, oh, not like this. Richie Dora. And yeah, it's 240, so it's going to hurt just a little bit.
Yeah, but that's your, what's 80k? Getting slowly slipped off from you.
Yeah, so even though he has been on the bottom of the absolute abyss, Teach is slowly but surely working his way out, trying to get to the 3rd place range. Sorry, 2nd place range.
Lialum at this point is probably completely broken, is just going for a fastest hand.
Well, you can also go for Yakman.
That's a bit far. but maybe if he draws it. I think he's actually seeing chance for Chanta in this.
I would actually just cross my fingers and hope for some Toy Dora bullshit or Honroto.
Yeah. Or hell, maybe even Honitsu, that would have been at least one more hump.
Oh, I mean, sure, other players would have discarded it, surely, but
He also has already discarded it, so...
yeah. But imagine. I would really, yeah, I mean, it was 3 times discarded, so it was the deadweight tile, but Honroto here, maybe not that bad of a choice. I mean, a man has to dream.
Yeah.
Oh, we have some spoilers. This is rigged, this cannot be real in any convincible way by one of the players. If you are hearing me, then please focus on the game. Why? Don't lose hope, Lilum. You still have fucking auras around. Is this? No, it's not. Yeah, like a mad dog striking from from somewhere, I guess. Teach is not giving the other players any place to breathe. So right now we are seeing Richie Pinfu with Dora by Teach. Richie Pinfu, Patsu, Tsumo.
No, Patsu there has been a call, I think.
There was? Oh, sorry. Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was pawn call. So yeah, still 420 as the dealer. So, about what I was saying, Auros suddenly lost, 12k points from Sumos and all that. And right now, Teach is in the range of getting second place.
And his hand is good again. Is
this the secret rubber banding mechanism of Mahjong Soul that I've been hearing so much about? At this point, it's like a fucking Mario Kart.
Well, this certainly needs to end eventually, but yeah, we already from before. Alright,
Yeah, come to think of it, we've been sitting at this table for quite a long time, didn't we? Don't we? It's over 1 hour, I think.
Yeah, most certainly.
So, Ryan Shanten for Auros. Is he going? Yeah, he's not going to go for Toy Rush. I mean, it's a little bit too late, and the calls aren't really going in his favor, and he would have to discard the Akka. But yeah, Teach, when I wasn't looking, he had drawn double Dora and Ton. Meanwhile, Lolicia is opening for Honitsu, San Shanten.
Well, in his case, even just the Chudnomi is good.
Yeah, in case of Teach on Ton, it's Ponten. It's Ponten on Chun Dora. I wonder what's the hold up with the Nun. Okay, back. I mean, he would still Tsumogiri that, but getting disconnected at this point would be, well, unideal, I think. So, what about Lolicia? Also a pretty good hand, although what concerns... Ooh, Atozuke? Risky, very risky. But it does look like a Quitan at the first glance.
It does for sure, and I'd say both Lolicia and Lialom would be willing to try and deal in.
So is Lilum going to go for Bakaho? Sorry, it's not going to be Bakahon, because Sha is his dealer, his Sidran, so it's going to be Sha Honitsu. And Ishanten for Lolicia. Not Ishanten. Tenpai. Not going for Honitsu, going for Chikrent. But I don't see any conceivable future in which Lilum will part away with his uncle here. And so so yeah, back to the starting point for Teach. Honba go, Honba let's go, I guess. It's so fucking dumb. Someone stop this madman.
I don't think it is currently possible. Maybe Lalicia with some calls, but Teach still has a faster hand.
If Auros gets to draw Sanso, then he could try to play for some Autozuka with Chun, but without that, it's going to be rather improbable. Other game started 20 minutes later, ended 10 minutes ago. Thanks for the info. So yeah, I think the other commentator team must have a nice mindfuck right now when they are switching out and see this complete abomination of table situation.
Yeah, imagine coming in Honba 5 and the dealer is at just starting points.
So Ishanten for Teach, this is another case of Ponten on Haku. And even if not Haku, it's still going to be Richie. And because Haku, he has coverage by the Ryanman pair, he can just go for Richie Nomi with Aka and go for Ryanman on... Ooh. Nope, not going to be swayed by the menace, the Allure. Allure? Yeah, the red Allure of Akadora. And Ishanten for Chitoi for Auros, or the invitation for delayed Toy Rush. Which one is going to be? Because all of his Toitsu are open. I mean, on the table at least.
Well, Tensor has been discarded once, but yeah.
Yes, you're correct.
Okay, Lialum has Ipeko, Doratsu, Tanyao, Ishanten.
Okay, so I guess Auros is bringing up the heat. This is Ishanten for Toy Toy. Ooh, what now? I guess...
They both have been once discarded, but
Yes,
it looks like he doesn't need Pinzo. Maybe.
Yeah, but Ropin is safe against Oya. And that was actually Chiten for Auros, but it would be just one hand. Should have taken it, I think. And yeah, this is Richie Dora Haku for Teach, so 340. So yeah, it's going to be worth much with the table situation right now. And the weight is pretty good because this is weight on one more Uso and one more Sun pin, which is in Nolicia's hand. Meanwhile, Ipin are open, and yeah, Ropin are dead, so whichever comes first, I guess. And I think Lilum is also in Tenpai.
Yep,
Waiting
someone
on Never mind, Sumo. Richi, Tsumo, Haku, Dora, Noura, Mangan.
Sananko.
Sananko. Yeah.
Hanuman.
Holy shit. Are we going to see one of those rare cases, even with 80? How many was that?
80,000 points.
And the best thing is, he's not even doing heal. It's just sumo machine, sumo after sumo after sumo. We would have to count how many of them were there. But yeah, Honbaro, Rohonba. Are we going to see the elusive Parenchan?
Well, unfortunately, my soul doesn't have one. But I believe my team has been a Parenchan before, yeah.
Hold the fucking horses. So, right now, it's not really probable, especially if Teach begins discarding his honors from Chun, but if Auros miraculously draws the final Chun, which is waiting somewhere, we might see a challenge. Okay, there is one, and it's Ogre. So it's going to be Honitsu attempt, but it's not going to be Daisangen. And now if you... Oh, never mind, both of them are dead at this point, so... Okay, so trying to break free from this absolute deadlock of Sumo Fest. Yeah, Auros is going balls deep. Yeah, Pond. What are you waiting for? Come on. Yeah, when you were in... I mean, sure, if you were to keep your Shanten, then maybe you could wonder if you should go for it or not. But if you have this kind of situation, then obviously just do it. And yeah, Human is almost dead. So... Yeah, there was actually a decision here, because it's not like none was obvious this card. But okay, it went to the Licia. Licia has called Pon. This is dub. Yeah, imagine winning so hard. Autopilot engaged. And he calls. So it's going to be Quitan Dora. And yeah, following suit, we have Chi with Aka for Alicia, still Ryan Shanten, and actually,
Yeah.
Oh, come into Toy, but this Toy. This
Nine is
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame. And the remaining two tiles. I mean, sure, one of them is winning tile of Lilum, so at least he's safe in that regard. What about Paman? Paman is open, Uman is open, Iman. If he were to draw Iman, he could cut the pair of Q. Ooh, Sumo. So, yeah, Richitsum.
Hanuman?
Yes. As a saving grace, Auros' scan gave Lilum one additional Uradora, which...
Still in negatives.
Still in negatives, but at least it's enough to wipe the tears away. And finally, the time is moving forward yet again. Nansan Kyoku, and we are closer and closer to the end of this match. So, the hands. First of all, Auros. A very good hand. Ryan Shanten, but a lot of blink. Nice shampoo possibilities. Suji Toritsu, please don't open, it's not worth it. Teach, also a very nice opportunity because it's going to be Shampoo, or possible Ariane hand with double Dora. Advancement for Auros, but he has to cut the Dora or none and hope for the best. And I can see Futano. Oh, wow. Why?
Well, he
Why?
does have two other pairs. Maybe he wants Danielle, but that's
Yes, but-
slower.
Yeah, that's slower and
And he still needs
I
to
guess
consider none anyway.
yeah, you would want to start with none to prohibit other players from getting ikkai from it, wouldn't you? But yeah, I mean, sure, it doesn't matter right now. Even though there is this very small chance of Fury, then but never mind. It's all good, all fine. One of the best Ishanten shapes that you can have, because this is Sanmen-chan, Ryanmen, and Shampon.
Potentially
Acceptances.
Sanshiko as well.
Potentially Sanshoku as well. And okay, it's
okay,
going
but
to be Sanshoku. It's going to be Richie, Tanyao, Dora. Assuming that he will get Takame, there is still Yasuma chance on Kyupin. And Richie, Patsu, Pinocchio. Richie, Patsu, Tanyao, Dora. We will see Ura. Yes, double Ura. So that's Hanaman and absolute disaster for Lolicia. After waiting 6 rounds for his redemption, getting hit by Ipatsu Haneman so early in the game, it has to hurt.
But he's still third. Unless...
Yes. Yes, still hanging by a thread, and right now, finally, maybe we will see this game over Orasu. Lilum as the last dealer in the range, even though everyone, well, I'm not going to pull quotes of my bullshit, but it was he was in dire straits, you know, on minus 20k, but right now there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe, some way, hopefully, a light of salvation will shine directly into his retinas and give him the needed agari, which would pull him to third place. But yeah, imagine having negative points and still being is this DC?
ポンです
no.
Wow! What?
Why?
Imagine wasting like 70% of your time
ポンです
and going for what?
Toy.
Maybe this is some sort of scare tactics, but who is going to get carried by that? Teach, who has on second place as almost 40,000 points lead over third place, and the dealer who is so fucking deep into negatives is not even funny. But yeah, Lilum is in Ryan Shanten, and yeah, Teach is just going for the killing move. This is going to be Honitsu Nanhaku, I guess, and Auros going for very skillful Rishan Kaiko finish, I guess.
Okay, Tenpai no Yaku, let's go.
It is Tenpai. It is Tenpai. Tenpai to like Tenpai also for Teach. This is waiting Sashampon, waiting on Ryan and Sanman.
Lilum is Shanten. And can he even get it?
And yeah,
Ooh.
wow, greedy, getting greedy.
Well, he is what,
Wait a second.
23,000 away?
There is no Honba, so even direct hit Mangan on Auros is not going to give him first place. But if someone calls Richie, anything can happen. So I guess this is the kind of mentality that actually lets you win tournaments. Not going for acceptance, just looking for that sliver of hope. trying to localize. Yeah, there it is. There is Richie.
Yeah, but the discarded tiles from him are the one that would have led Lialum to win.
Yeah, that would be the last tile you would want to discard.
Richie, Pinpo, Ipeko, Dorothy. Hanuman? Okay, right as well.
羊が1匹
Yeah.
I'll see you, Hanuman.
Yeah. So even if he's my teammate, like imagine going for Rishan Kaiko Nomi hand and dealing into fucking Hanuman. Oh yeah, Hanuman. What was he thinking? I'm going to ask him about that later on.
Well, the game is still probably going. Well, maybe not, I cannot tell, because the Rishimo is down.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to deal into someone, you could at least deal into Teach or Lolicia or someone and end this game, because right now it's, Renchan.
Yep. Lialum Lianshan 10 again needs to make a choice on which way he wants to progress it, though. You can go for Tanya over here, but yeah, it's too far away. Still would need to cut a ramen, though.
I think that someone is getting broken. Yes, I'm going to agree with you on that one. This is pretty enjoyable.
Well, that's Tenpai for him.
Yeah, that's Tenpai. It's a pretty good one. It's turn 10 for Tenpai for Hatsunami.
Okay.
Like it would be Sashikomi here will be the like ultra giga brain move, but yeah, advancement for Auros. This is Iranshan 10, and yeah, Teach going for something. I mean, going for Quitan. Quitan with Dora-san. Yeah, sure. Mangan. Direct hit in Auros right now would actually give him first place. And
ドン
last place acceptance! Yay! Finally, Yakuhai will end it all. This entire match should end in the fucking highlight.
Yeah.
At least
Shame I
that's
didn't get the
our plan.
power enchant. It was a battle, but I went into the negatives. I thought it was like tough. And then Lolitia fucking runs at the end. I had my Kamangan there. Direct hit on Auras gives me first.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
could say even with a lead of 70,000,
I
people was all the time.
I was just saying that you had a chance to win, and I also liked the way that you've seen a fucking Baiman possibility, which a direct hit and Richie Stick also would give you first place. But
Yes, you mean the Honitsu, right?
yeah,
Honitsu Toito, yeah. I can't, and my plan was if I get the 5 or the Aka, I would try to get the 5 Aka and try to get Toito and maybe one more Kan for Sant Kansu. Fish for a Dora somewhere, just try to do anything I can.
yeah, but I know that somewhere in this Hanchan there was a moment when I wanted to ask you about something, but I forgot which round was that.
I think some of the South threes.
Let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It was
5,
6,
6,
I
7,
believe.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 rounds in this function.
Yeah, it was
almost-
a very, very hard battle.
Yeah, almost free Hanchan in, yeah, for the price of one. But yeah, which one was that? You had fucking 4th sumo in a row. Holy shit.
You mean
But
the Sananko?
yeah, it was the 4th one, but
Yeah. That one was actually. I felt that my tiles are still alive. At least one of them, the 5, I believe. I thought was still alive. So I
Yeah.
recheated it and I felt like, well, even if the 5 isn't live, it's probably gonna come out based on
Yeah,
the
I
flow
think
of the game.
it was when you dealt into a Oya Hana.
When I dealt in, which was that?
Yes.
Which of the many deal-ins? The one at the start? The one with the white
Yeah.
dragon when I reached?
I think it was
The Nan?
in Nan Ikyoku Honba 1 when you Lilong was in the Richi. Yeah, you drew Aka.
Oh yeah, the Nun. Yeah. That one was. I drew the Dora and I felt like, oof, this Nun is really scary. I don't see it anywhere. And then I considered the possibilities. I felt like, well, Weowum could have it as a tanky, in which case it's cheap.
No, wait, it wasn't that one. I think it was some different hand because sure, this one was bullshit honors Argan Boots and so that, but there was one more hand that brought you deep into negatives. I think
it was the very next hand, the one where I reached
Yes.
Earth like on the end of second round. I drew the white dragon and dealt into a Honitsu.
No, so it had. So you were near Ichi, so you let go of the wheel. So maybe it was a different hand. I would have to watch the replay because this match was so long. I fucking forgot what I wanted to ask about.
So
And we were laughing so much that my entire throat is sore.
Alright, doing some quick math, I believe devil deals are first with plus 44.7, the cultists of the flow book are at plus 32.2, the Kinais are at plus 3.4, and Nobetan are at minus 80.3.
So we have,
Poor witches.
Oh well.
so yeah, considering that we have 13 games left to play and minus about 180 points, yeah, getting the finals might be impossible, or maybe not really quite possible, but maybe
How many points do you need for finals?
500 or something.
Yeah, something about that.
In 11 Hanchans, it's doable.
in
Ironically, it's
13.
doable.
It is doable, but
Because double first is plus 150, roughly, plus 140.
if you get very good first, double first. But yeah,
Well,
I think
yes.
just getting to positives is going to be good enough, I think.
Well, good luck.
I can't wait to see the VOD of this. I get to enjoy myself losing like a retard, and then I enjoy myself winning like a retard.
Yeah, I mean, you unlocked the hidden rubber banding mechanics of
Yeah,
Magic Zone.
no, it was all reads. It was all 4 reads. There was one really interesting hand at the very end when I didn't win my hand. When the Forso came out on turn 1, that was when I realized that my range odds are probably over. I feel like if I didn't push that hand as hard, I probably would have won the whole thing. Because even though I didn't deal in, I didn't lose anything, it was the fact that I was pushing the Tanyao. It was like I was overreaching. I should have let that hand go and played the next one out, and the next one I would have won with that Dora pair, and it was or a 3 probably or something, and it was easy. Still, that's schizo.
Alright. Yeah, great game. I'll try to upload it as fast as possible right now.
Alright, good night, guys.
Yeah, good night, and thanks for joining Waffle.
Yeah, good night.
Okay.